Yeah. Okay, and then there was, it said that the women couldn't work outside of the home. So what they did do is they spun for the weaver's guild. The men.
I'm gonna make some mud. So this is a big mud. I think it's already Not yet. Not yet, Ariel. Lots of different sizes of this. Sometimes there's people who just really want a nice big mud.
This is their 1 cup of coffee for the day.
Yeah, exactly, for the whole clay.
I wish I could have took ceramics this year.
I know, but you need to do something that's gonna.
Is the only place that you're going to see the clogger. Once again, the Applejack Cloggers, they are going to be here.
We're making chocolate. And so I've already added some sugar to this, so I'm grinding in the sugar to get it well mixed as we are moving through. And so that's going to be almost the final process before I want to store it so that we can try it. This is actually a suggestion by an audience member that said they thought it would be good to have cardamom and chocolate, which I agreed. I've had cardamom. Very good mix as far as a type of spice and chocolate. So you may be going, what do you mean as far as why are you adding spices to it? Well, when we look at chocolate today, we tend to look at it from the process of going, this is the industrial age. We make chocolate that is all the same. Back when it was originally made, you would have different processes. Up until about 1869, you have people that would make their own chocolate inside local communities, and they'd make it to whatever specification you asked for. So you actually got individualized styles of chocolate. So if you want rose water put in your chocolate, we could put rose water in your chocolate. If you wanted orange in your chocolate or cinnamon, we could do that as well. And so as we kind of process through, after about 1869, you see it become industrialized. It becomes like what we see today. And the main reason for that is that we had refrigeration begin to be produced, and we also saw the rise of milk chocolate. Milk chocolate changed chocolate forever. Before that point, chocolate was an adult thing. Children didn't get it. After that point, it becomes something that is much more for kids, and the whole family enjoys chocolate altogether. In like the 1930s, 20s and 30s, you begin seeing chocolate manufacturers or candy manufacturers playing around with chocolate and going, what can we do to change things up? So like Mars came up with the idea of Milky Ways and things like that because they said, okay, we can put nougat in there and it will taste kind of like a chocolate shake. And we think that'll sell. You have Hershey then adding other things to it, and they get into kind of a back and forth war between the two. And then you have people who are really creative that come up with things that people don't even associate with chocolate anymore. For example, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Most people go, oh, that's about chicken dinners. It's actually about a chocolate bar. Chocolate bar was known as the chicken dinner bar. Was said to be filling enough that it could be a chicken dinner. And that was what it was sold as, was a type of food that would fill you, and it was during the Depression era, and so people bought them because they were only a nickel, and they figured it gave them energy and gave them food. So that's kind of one of those odd little things back in history. When we talk about this type of chocolate, it's going to be much different than that because it's all individually made. This is the same exact way that chocolate's been made for 500 years. We're talking about having a metate. Man, it doesn't feel like my heat's on anymore. Sorry, we have to heat the stone because anything below 90 degrees, it won't work. And so, and you might go, well, that's not traditional. You're correct, it isn't. If I'm going to do a demonstration though, and I'm outdoors, we want to have something that'll heat the stone because you guys don't want to have to come into a building that's 90 degrees, and I certainly don't want to be trapped in there. So when we look at that, that's going to be certainly one of those things that is essential in this. So you might be going, okay, so why this weird stone? Well, that's the traditional stone for grinding chocolate. When Spain conquered the Aztecs, they got all their technology, including how to make chocolate, and they copied it all. So anything made in Europe after the 1520s is going to be made this exact same way. And it's still made that way to the present if you're actually getting good ground hot or good ground chocolate. And so it's kind of a niche market, though. Obviously, you pay more for chocolate like this because it's labor.
Now, I don't know if it's like hand ground like this or if they're using a stone one. You can buy stone ground.
You can find stone ground chocolate. It's about $13 for about 3 ounces. And so it's kind of one of those things. We decided that we would do this because we thought it was an interesting thing. I do need a new heater. It's out.
So who do I credit this demo?
Just Josh and Catherine Grubaugh.
So starting out with that right there,
Start out with the nibs. I'm not going to put them on there just because I've got almost finished products. So these are nibs. What I actually started out with was a bean.
Okay.
So these are the beans. We're going to take this off. And I'm going to try to hold on to that because we can make another product out of it. So there's your bean. And notice how shiny it is. There's all that oil on the inside. Now I squeeze it, falls apart into the nibs. Now, this other product I'm talking about is the shell. Believe it or not, the shells actually are good for something. Most people go, oh, we just throw it away, which, granted, we did for a while. But we also then found out that shells were used to create one other product, which was known as cocoa tea. Cocoa tea tastes like chocolate, but it doesn't line the inside of your mouth like chocolate does. Chocolate is an oil, and oil or fat. And when you eat it, it actually will go around the inside of your mouth and coat it. The tea does not have that in it. However, when we put a little bit of sugar in the tea, and you want to add some sugar to it for sure, it tastes almost identical to what chocolate does. But it's in what I call the chocolate light category. You can drink a lot of it. We also have made today some chocolatl, which is more like the Aztec chocolate. It's not a perfect mix for it because it's got a few things a little bit off on the mix of spices, but it's close. It has some cayenne pepper, a little bit of chili in it, cinnamon, vanilla, and a little bit of sugar to give it a little bit of sweetness. It's a thicker chocolate as well, and so it's a little bit different as far as that is concerned as well. And so if you would like to try some, we are always willing to give out samples of that. We also have a sample of some milk chocolate that we made a little bit earlier, that if you'd be interested in trying, you can. We're gonna put that one back in there. I think that's the wiser thing to do for right now.
I'd like to try that too.
It's good. Now, I will warn you, there are little pieces of, little bit of tea leaves or tea shell in the bottom.
It is really good.
Yeah, tastes like chocolate, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Can I try the chocolate too?
You guys have any questions? Right now I'm getting to the point where I've got to scrape this off, but I'm gonna, my lovely assistant, I'm not wanting to hurry.
It tastes like hot chocolate.
Yeah, it's so good.
What I've been making is chocolate, and so the chocolate I currently have on there is sweetened right now. I've added sugar to it. However, it is what I would call dark chocolate.
It's very, it's supposed to be that.
80%
Right.
chocolate.
Because you don't drink like, you're not drinking bugs.
It is actually a cardamom chocolate, and so we have a little bit of cardamom in it to give it a kind of
It's interesting. It's like chocolate, but
So as we
different.
work with things like
Something different.
It's the spices. There's like vanilla and cinnamon and
a little bit different.
chili.
because
We
like to add
borrowed
chocolate.
chili powder from one of my
One of the
coworkers
nice things if you're
we
making
normally
your own
put
chocolate
cayenne pepper in it.
Oh yeah.
You're not
Well, I
going, oh,
ran
I
out
have
this
to have
morning.
Nestle's chocolate.
So-
I have Hershey's chocolate. I have something.
And there's sugar in that too. So
And so that's
the
what
original
we kinda
recipe
have.
doesn't call for sugar, but
Sally and Sally shivered as she said, "I love you till the day I'm dead." Sally got married in his one good suit, but the ride from church boss came through. Down by the road, you can hear her cry as he hung from a tree. She watched him die. Who's gonna dance with Sally Ann? Who's gonna touch her trembling hand when the fiddler takes the stand? Who's gonna dance with Sally Ann?
Let's hear it for Mom and Pop Fresh.
Thank you.
Mom
Thank
and
you
Pop
very much.
and Fresh.
All right, we're Mom and Pop and Fresh is kind of a family act, I guess. And
Where's the
here's the
girls?
mom, and I'm the pop, and the fresh. And I have a few offspring that are going to join us, and there's girls that
Where
are
are they?
somewhere around here. I think hiding somewhere.
Where are they?
You might be down the river. I don't know. maybe kind of hear him. All right. She.
There you go. Studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sisters, let's go down, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sisters, let's go down, down in the river. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, brothers, let's go down, let's go down, come on down. Oh, brothers, let's go down, down in the river. Studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, brothers, let's go down, come on down. Oh, brothers, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, mothers, let's go down, don't you come down. Oh, mothers, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sinners, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sinners, let's go down in the river to pray.
All right, there's the Freshettes, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see they got religion, you know. You gotta keep it there. Constant sorrow, I feel it pain. I am a man, constant sorrow. I've been in trouble all my days. I bid farewell from Kentucky, the place where I was born and raised. The place where he was born and raised. For 6 long years I've been in trouble, no pleasure here on earth I found. The